I became a priest 56 years ago. I'd been in the seminary for 13 years. I did all my secondary schooling in the minor seminary and then went on to my priestly studies. 1960, Cardinal Gilroy ordained me. My first parish was Earlwood, and from there I went up to Lake Macquarie to Belmont and had 16 months there and came back to Sydney to Darlinghurst. I was there for 2 years. I've met the family, yes. They rang me last Sunday week and asked me if I would anoint their mother, and she was in the nursing home. And so I went over on Sunday afternoon and anointed her, met the family then. She died on the Wednesday morning. Went over to see the family last Saturday. I sat with them for about an hour. Then I had a great privilege. Cardinal Gilroy appointed me vocation director. So for 17 years I promoted the whole concept of priesthood and religious life in the schools around Sydney. 1984, Cardinal Clancy asked me to go to Carringborough as parish priest. So that was 1985 I started there, and that's where I retired from 30 years later. This is my living room. Everything here is just so very comfortable. I'm very happy with it. Then the dining room is down the other end. You can see that I use it as a desk at times too. A parishioner in Carringborough, a beautiful painter. When I was leaving, she gave me that one, and I love it. And they say you retire. We go on to lesser duties, actually, is what they call it. But I have Mass 3 times a week. I anoint all those who need to be anointed in the complex. And then the funerals start coming in. One of the things that I appreciate very often is the way in which they, after the funeral, contact me and just thank me for being there for them, and I appreciate that very much indeed. This coming weekend I'm helping out in 2 parishes over the weekend, apart from saying Mass here. So I'm kept pretty busy. This Last Supper, Joe Reardon, who used to be in Parliament, their son gave me that because it was the last thing that Joe gave to his wife before she died. I feel very privileged that the people in the Archdiocese are helping me in my latter years of life to continue to live in a way in which I was used to living in a presbytery. And so I feel very privileged to be part of this scheme, which has made it so much easier for us to have security in our latter years. The message I would have for all those who have given so generously to the Priest Retirement Foundation is one of gratitude for their generosity to care for the priests in the Archdiocese of Sydney. It's an inspiration to know that you are there and that you appreciate what we are able to do for you. We are human like everybody else. Sometimes we make mistakes, but in your generosity you overlook those mistakes and see the wonder of God working through us in our weakness as well as in our strength. So I just thank you and ask you to continue to support those who serve you so generously and courageously.